Tonight, we journey to Krakow, Poland, to Wawel Castle, perched on its limestone hill above the Vistula River. Once the heart of royal power, it is also one of Poland's most infamous sites, haunted not only by legend, but by restless spirits, spectral councils, and a dragon's legacy. In this episode, we descend into Smocza Jama, the Dragon's Den, and cross paths with the ghosts of kings who counsel even in death. Tonight, we listen for the echoes of courtiers long dead. This is the Ghosts of Wawel.
Welcome back to Let's Get Haunted with your hosts,
Nat
and Aly.
Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Get Haunted, episode 242, I believe. Yeah, Alyssa is so excited because I did the intro right. And guess what else interesting news we have for you guys? Oh my god, make sure you're sitting down because we have some fabulous guests on the show tonight. Please welcome Cassidy and Amanda from Drinking the Koolaid Podcast. Drinking the Koolaid is a comedy mystery podcast that dives into two strange and bizarre stories every week with a comedic twist. Oh my god, guys, welcome to the podcast.
Hello.
It's about
Thank you for having
time.
us. I know, this is so exciting.
Same spaces, we've collabed with similar podcasts, so it's time. It's time in the
I
year of
agree.
our Lord and Savior 2025. It is time to get doubly haunted today.
I'm
That
excited.
is right. And we have had a lot of our listeners tell us multiple times, like, you have to Let's Get Haunted. And here we are. Getting haunted.
Okay. Where are you on the paranormal scale? 10 being you are a ghost, 5 being you believe in ghosts, and 0 being you're just not believing in anything at all.
I would say I'm like a solid 7 because I'm pretty haunted,
Okay.
like as a person.
Yeah.
Amanda's a good 5.5, 6, I would say.
Like, I'm not haunted,
Yeah,
but I believe.
but you believe.
Yeah.
Because you said 5 is believing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Believing but not being is 5. Yeah. Oh, so that's interesting. So you guys probably have a very, like, that adds something to a friendship, I think, when one person is haunted and the other person's just a neutral observer of the hauntings.
Well, I've been haunted because of her.
We used to live
So-
together. We were roommates, so she was temporarily haunted by my haunting.
And they were roommates.
Now, on our show,
What is the
haunting
worst one?
can mean like a variety of different things. So what do you mean when you say haunted? Like, how are you haunted?
So I don't know if it's like I attract these things. Amanda's nodding her head yes.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah, you do.
But I just have always, my whole family, we all like experience stuff and are like highly sensitive. And
Oh shit.
my dad grew up in like a haunted farmhouse in the middle of nowhere in Illinois. And so it's like a real family lineage situation.
Now, I have a question. Do you think you're going to haunt? Like, when your life here in the mortal realm is done, are you going to
I
haunt?
hope so.
Well, you
Okay.
okay. Cassidy doesn't know if what's going on in the afterlife. You know what I mean? So you always say, like, what if I just turn to nothing?
Yeah. Because I mean, I guess that's the difference between like an intelligent haunting and like a residual haunting.
Mhm.
I would hope I'm at least residualing, if possible. If not, intelligenting would be also nice.
So, okay, we got a haunted friend and a friend who's observing the haunting. Do you feel like that ever... like, it's gotta take a lot of energy to be friends with someone who's haunted, right? Like, or did you like that they're haunted? Or are you just like, you know what, they're my friends. I found out they were haunted after we became friends, and it would be kind of rude for me to end the friendship.
I feel like I knew she was haunted before we became friends
Yeah.
because we went to college together.
I had a reputation.
Yeah. And I was friends with
Ooh.
her roommate in college, and her roommate was telling me that she was seeing like ghosts floating over her body in the middle of the night. And
Oh, hell no.
a lot of weird things were going on there. And then I still willingly decided to be friends with her. So that's on me.
Wow. Okay. I need to know, what is the story that comes top of mind when you think about how haunted shit has gotten? Like, what is the most haunted thing to ever happen?
That's a good one. Well, when we first moved in with each other, we moved to LA together from New York City. She's originally from New York. I'm from like the Midwest, and I also lived in Arizona, but we met in college in New York City, and we lived in an extremely haunted dorm building. And so it was always like kind of small things happening there. But when we first moved in together in California, we both were stricken with really bad sleep paralysis for like basically the entire time we lived together.
Yeah.
Like constant. If it wasn't one of us, it was the other.
And then when you moved out,
And,
did
yeah.
that stop?
For me. Not for her. I would say things got worse for you.
When I lived alone, it was really bad.
Yeah.
Because I lived alone for a while. And then now my poor fiance, who is a little bit of a scaredy cat, is just like, what have I done? What have I tied myself to?
Get
For
used
life.
to it, you know? I feel like people should be so lucky to be around someone who is haunted. It's like gives them something to talk about. Like I feel like people, you know, someone who's like causes a lot of drama like gets a bad rap, but I'm like, you guys literally would have nothing else to talk about without these people. You know what I mean?
You'd be
It's
so
like,
bored.
yeah,
That's
it's
so
like,
true. Yeah.
Get over it.
No, he did make me get rid of. I had a haunted couch for like years and years and years that I loved, but there was a spirit of a little girl attached to it.
Who I saw.
I mean,
Tell
I did
me,
see her.
tell me everything.
This is what, like, I love spooky shit, but like, I don't ever see anything or hear anything or anything. Nothing happens to me unless Cassidy is involved.
Yeah,
That is the only time. And we were at her apartment once, and I saw like a little red-haired girl peek around the corner, and I was like, Cassidy, what's going on over there? And then Cassidy's like, oh yeah, she's here. It's fine.
she's around. I don't know. It's just the way it is. I mean, not anymore.
God.
My fiance made me get rid of that couch. He literally took it apart limb from limb with a machete.
Oh my
That doesn't
God.
seem good.
And what happened? What is that bad or good for the spirit?
I don't know. He was like, I can't live like this anymore. She used to like open and close like our cabinets in our kitchen really loud in the middle of the night. And she would like knock things over and like just cause a ruckus, like a general ruckus. And every time anything would happen, of course, I'm just a little lady. So I would be like, Andrew, you have to go check like what that noise was and like make sure it was just the ghost and it's not like some guy in our living room. And he's like, I'm just as scared as you, bitch. Like, what the fuck? Why do I have to do it?
Oh my goodness.
But we got rid of that couch. Yeah, he tore it like apart with the machete. And because it was like it was an expensive antique couch. And he was like, no, like it needs to be killed with fire. Like we can't let this thing live anymore.
I just feel like that
okay,
really
that's kind of
something.
sus.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like he might have like, I don't know. I feel like he might have a demon or something that didn't want a competing spirit.
Oh.
Because that's taking it to the next level. You know, it's like, we can't just get rid of the couch. I have to destroy it with a machete.
Well, also the couch was so huge. To get it into my condo, we had to like take the sliding glass door off of my patio and like bring it up onto the second floor and like get it in. So I was like, I don't know how we're gonna get it out. And he's like, no, it's fine. I'm just gonna destroy it.
Wow.
Like that couch was really supposed to just like, I think, haunt me for the rest of my life. But Andrew was like, no. I'm not getting married to the couch. I'm only getting married to the girl.
Oh my
Oh
God.
my goodness.
That is incredible.
Well,
I
it
would
sounds like-
love to like talk with you guys for hours about all of your haunted experiences, but I know for our listeners who don't know this, you can also head over to Drinking the Kool-Aid's podcast and listen to an episode we're doing with them right after we record this one. So we've got to get this show on the road.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
With that said, let's get into the setting. Have you guys ever heard of Wawel Castle?
No.
What
But
about
the way you were describing
Wawel-
it was very Lord of the Rings, and I got excited.
Okay, yeah, I don't know you guys yet, and so I like saved you from my accent. I was gonna do like a whole accent with it, and I was like, you know what? They don't even know you, so like just chill. But maybe
Honestly,
it'll come out.
I would have liked it.
Maybe it'll come out later. Okay, let's get into the setting. On Wawel Hill stands two imposing monuments, okay? So first there's Wawel Castle, and then there's Wawel Cathedral, which is attached to Wawel Castle. These are side by side, all right? They're inseparable as well in Polish memory because over the centuries, kings, bishops, princes, nobles were buried within its walls. And the castle also saw political intrigue, murders, betrayals, and wars. So we've got a lot of history behind these walls. And the most haunted of all, underneath this castle that sits on this hill is Smocza Jama, the dragon's den, a limestone cave 276 meters long with chambers and hidden passages. In here, tradition says the fearsome Wawel dragon once lurked, demanding tribute from the city. Also, there was a Witcher episode where they went there. I don't know if you guys watched The Witcher. Have you guys ever seen it?
I've never seen it, no.
It's with Henry Cavill, right?
It's like horny Lord of the Rings, I feel like.
Yeah, where he's got the blonde wig. It's very nice. That's very good.
I would like to watch that.
Oh, you would like to watch
think
it.
I would.
You guys look at this super pixelated picture of Wawel Castle, and then I'll show you some more. So you can see it's like a castle up on a hill, and then there's like a river in the back. You guys want to like describe the vibe? Are you getting vibes off of this picture? Let me show you another one.
Oh, there's vibes for sure.
It's a lot prettier.
Not what I was expecting.
Yeah, it's definitely not what I thought.
It looks
What were you expecting?
it looks more modern,
Yeah,
I think, than I was expecting.
I was expecting like a dilapidated stone structure that is just not even in use for some reason. I was just thinking like, oh, this is like a really old historical monument. They don't do any upkeep on it. I don't know why my mind went there, but this looks a lot more modern than I would imagine. So for our blind listeners who can't see these images that we're talking about right now, I will go ahead and describe it for you. It's sort of looks like it's in the shape of a square, maybe. I can't tell if it's a square or a triangle. And then it looks like maybe there's a plaza in the middle. And it looks 3 or 4 or 5 stories tall. This is 3 entire pixels is what I'm looking at right now. But it's very beautiful. It's white. It has a red roof and it has some towers around it. And I do love a good tower on an old building.
It looks like a fancy college that I would not have gotten accepted to.
Yeah, I was going to say it looks like a university.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I would have dropped out of there first semester because it would have been too challenging, and I'm a quitter.
I was going to say you would have made it a whole semester, to be honest.
So you can
It's really beautiful.
Over here, there's like a cathedral that's attached to it. Let me find the cathedral. Maybe I don't have it. Here. Oh, yeah. So pretty.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's like brick.
It's really pretty.
Very pretty. The lower level looks like it's whitewashed brick, and then it works its way up to some red brick. I could build this in The Sims so fucking fast. And
then fucking do it. You talk about it all the time about how fast you would build something in The Sims.
You don't even know what I'm capable of. Nobody knows. But yeah, and then around it, there's some domed buildings that would be harder to build in The Sims. Domes are difficult.
Okay. Hi, Haunties. It's Nat. Do you ever wake up sweaty, freezing, and uncomfortable? Like there's a dark presence watching you from the corner while you sleep? Every spirit seeker knows that the temperature in your bedroom can make or break your sleep. And that is precisely why I switched to Miracle Made sheets. They're inspired by NASA technology and use silver-infused temperature-regulating fabric so you can sleep at the perfect temperature. Whether you're a hot sleeper or a cold sleeper, it doesn't matter. These sheets are going to keep you in the comfort zone all night long. And thanks to their antibacterial silver technology, Miracle Made sheets stay cleaner and fresher up to 3 times times longer than traditional bed sheets. That means fewer odors, fewer wash cycles, and way less laundry. And they're comfortable. They feel like sheets you would find at a 5-star hotel, but without the luxury price tag. And did I mention that all of the hidden bacteria in regular sheets can clog your pores and cause breakouts? Miracle Made's antibacterial design will help you stay cleaner and clearer night after night. Upgrade your sleep or give the gift of better rest. Go to trymiracle.com/haunted to try Miracle Made sheets today. You'll save over 40%, and when you use promo code HAUNTED, you'll get an extra 20% off, plus a free 3-piece towel set. They make an amazing gift, and with a 30-day money-back guarantee, there's no risk. That's trymiracle.com/haunted, code HAUNTED at checkout. Thanks to Miracle Made for sponsoring this episode. And now back to getting haunted. So the setting of this is very important because we're about to launch into like a straight up, it's literally like a fairy tale, and I'm obsessed with this episode. Let me show you guys what's underneath the castle. I forgot to show you this. Hold on.
The dragon's den?
That's
what I want.
Den.
Yeah, I need to know
whispering.
more. Is there a dragon in it? Did they find ambiguous bones? Was there a cave drawing of a dragon? I need to know everything.
Oh,
I'm gonna be straight up with you guys. You could like probably in 20 minutes convince me that dragons were real.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
So
same.
I really do think that this episode has like major dragons are real energy, and we're gonna get to the bottom of it. Okay, I'm trying to show you guys this. It's so difficult because I can't just show you what my eyes see. I have to like go through technology, you know? Okay, so
And as we know, technology is our enemy right now.
It is 100%. Our technology is
Okay,
very haunted.
so here's part of the cave
Ooh.
Oh.
underneath. So
Oh,
it's like
I
a
love
real
it.
cave in there. You know what I mean? You guys want to
Yeah.
describe the cave?
It looks like one of those caves, like basically any photo or like video you see of like a tourist cave where you can pay like $15 to get in. It's got like, you know, the classic stalagmites, stalactites, but it's pretty high ceiling. Like it looks like it's probably at least 15 feet, maybe
Yeah.
higher, 20
Yeah.
feet up there. It's cavernous, I would say.
I agree.
Yeah, cavernous. Like it could definitely have a dragon in there.
Ooh.
Oh, I love the
Wow.
lighting. It's so dramatic.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It is giving fairy tale
It
vibes
is.
for sure.
I love everything about this. It's green, it's blue, it's yellow.
Sorry,
yeah, there's
I
some
took
good
away.
lighting happening. It looks like at one point they had to put in some sort of pillar so that it wouldn't collapse on itself. It looked like in the
Yeah.
far back, it looked like there may have been like a half wall made of brick, which I assume is for the same purpose. And you could definitely throw a rock from the entrance and not hit the back. That thing looks long.
I love that as a descriptor. I could throw a rock in there and not hit the back.
I could stab with my machete and not hit the back.
Okay, you guys, settle down in here. I don't know where this is going. Okay, now I'm going to tell you guys about the dragon tale. All right. So the first written, like, evidence, I guess we could say, of this tale dates back to the 13th century, which might be the 12th century, depending on how you like to divide your centuries. I know I don't follow this 13th century thing. To me, that's the 12th century because I don't. It's really confusing, right? Like the 1600s would be the 17th century. Or am I
Yeah, because like
backwards?
we're in the 2000s right now, but it's the 21st century.
I hate all of that.
hate it.
So
The,
I know.
the way
Yeah,
that I
it's
remember
horrible.
is because we're in our 7th season of our show, but it's year 6 because season 1.
Oh, that just made it
Yeah,
worse.
season 1 was day 0 to day 365, right? So you don't hit the 1 year until you start season 2. That's
I'm a part of this.
Yeah.
I'm a part of
You're a part
the
of
system that I
Yep.
hate.
You are.
Nat,
Oh
you're
my
part of the
God.
problem.
I know. I'm just realizing it. I'm like, what the fuck? God damn it. Okay. So the most popular version of this tale is from this Polish chronicle of Marcin Bielski, which was published in 1597, but it goes back to the 13th century. So let me tell you guys the dragon tale. You might want to close your eyes. You might want to get comfortable. You might want to finish your glass of wine. All
right, I'm finishing
all
it.
of that. Okay. Today, If you walk around the enchanting streets of Wawel Castle, you'll notice that every corner hosts an assortment of little green dragon souvenirs for sale. These tiny dragons harken back to the most well-known legend in Krakow, a dragon story with epic proportions. According to the lore, in ancient times there lived a terrible, terrible beast, a dragon named SMOC WAWELSKI. SMOC was an evil lizard-like monster who preyed upon the livestock in the surrounding villages. Some said the dragon breathed fire. Others said the dragon had multiple heads. The villagers feared this gruesome beast, and SMOC became famous for his ferocity and fire-breathing. Nobody dared enter his lair, a cavern at the bottom of Krakow Wawel Hill. But eventually the village's livestock no longer satisfied SMOC, and he began to hunt the region's maidens. King WAWELSKI had no choice but to offer half his kingdom to anyone who could slay SMOC the dragon. It was a fool's task. To sweeten the deal, King WAWELSKI claimed that whomever could kill the dragon would be handed the ultimate prize, marriage to his beautiful fair daughter, Wanda. Strong and mighty knights and warriors heard of this challenge and wanted for the king's fair daughter's hand. They traveled from all over the kingdom and offered their battle experience as they tried to kill the beast. But not one was able to claim victory over the dragon. One day, a cobbler named Crack came up with a plan to slay the dragon once and for all. Crack did not have experience on the battlefield, but Crack, the cobbler, was a clever man. Knowing he could not kill the beast with sheer force, Crack would have to outsmart the dragon instead with his crack logic. Crack filled a dead sheep with tar and sulfur and dropped the lure outside the dragon's cave. When SMOC the dragon awoke, he smelled the stench of sulfur and believed it to be that of a rotting sheep's corpse. SMOC the dragon feasted on Crack's sulfur and tar-filled sheepskin. Crack the clever cobbler's trick sheep combined with the juices in the dragon's stomach and began to give the beast a terrible stomachache as his insides began to boil. The dragon, seeking refuge from the spicy snack, ran to the Vistula River and began to drink water. The beast drank and drank and drank and drank, trying to douse the fire in his stomach with the river water, until his stomach became so full of liquid that SMOC the dragon exploded. His corpse fell like a stone and his bones crashed to the dirt as raining bits of dragon fell from the sky.
Yeah.
Crack was granted half the kingdom and the hand of Wanda, the king's fair maiden daughter. In honor of the victory, Prince Crack built a castle of Wawel Hill above the dragon's lair, and thus Krakow was founded.
Wow.
And scene.
That, first of all, round of applause. Beautiful.
Really, truly.
Riveting.
That was
Truly.
amazing.
I was there.
His
I
name
could
was
see it,
Crack. How is that spelled, like K-R-A-K, or is it spelled C-R-A-C-K?
K-R-A-K.
Okay, that makes it slightly better. But yeah, I mean, when you were like, Crack, the lowly cobbler who had no experience slaying dragon, like, yes, we knew that from his name. His name is Crack.
Crack the cobbler.
Yeah, poor Crack the cobbler. Well, I mean, not poor Crack the cobbler, because he came out on top in the end.
He got to marry the fair maiden.
Yes.
Wanda.
Also, that
Wanda.
dragon sounds
Yeah.
like a pervert. Why do dragons always eat women? Why can't they? Wouldn't a man like has more surface area, you would think, per square man unit. I don't know. Like, wouldn't that be a larger person? And so as a dragon, a giant dragon looking for food, wouldn't you want to eat a dude over a lady?
I feel like this is this is gonna come off real weird of me, but I feel like women look more appetizing. I don't know, just
100%.
like just more.
We do
like,
have higher fat,
voluptuous.
like fat content. Yeah, like on our body, and like fat is what makes meat taste good, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe. I still think.
I mean, I don't know. It could be a euphemism for sex. I thought that too. Like, I was like, is this dragon like defiling these women? And that's a very common trope in Nat's intros she writes for this podcast. There's usually like moments with beasts. I can't help it. It writes itself, guys. I don't know.
Listen, tale as old as time. Okay,
It's true.
Beauty
Right?
and the Beast.
Okay, so would one of you lovely ladies, any of you actually, like to read this beautiful manuscript from this 13th century, I don't even know what you would call this. It's in something called the Chronica seu originale regum et principum Paulinae by the Bishop of Krakow. I'm gonna leave this in the studio chat. You guys can fight over it. I know everyone wants to do it, so it's...
I am the worst reader on the planet, so I will bow out of this one.
Cassidy?
Okay, I'll read it.
like-
I just need you guys to be real interested while I'm reading it.
Oh,
'Cause
I'm
I don't know if I
interested.
like lost my star power, right? Like I had
No,
your
you're
attention.
You're a good reader.
It was there, and I had it.
It was
It was
there.
there. It was rare. Okay, so we're going again here. For there was in the windings of a certain rock a fierce and ferocious monster, called by some Holophage. To its voracity was due each week a particular count of heads of cattle according to the count of days. Should the citizens neglect to cater for the monster as if offering a sacrifice, they would be chastened by paying just as many heads of humans. Gracchus, unable to bear such calamity, for he had more love for the land he was a son of, for than his own children, summoned his sons secretly, brought forward his plans, laid his advice. These are foes, he said, to courage, timidity, to grey hair, unreason to youth, sloth. For it is no courage if it is timid, no grey hair sagacity if it is unreasonable, no youth if it is slothful. Furthermore, if no opportunity occurs to practice courage, one needs to conceive it. Who, therefore, would ever decline glory that comes of itself, unless he was outrightly inglorious himself? Yet the well-being of citizens defended and persevered triumphs for perpetuity. For one should not care of oneself when there is a danger to the public. Therefore it befits you to arm yourselves to slay the monster, if it befits you to face it.
You
End
would have
quote.
made an amazing town crier. You know that? Anyone ever said that to you before?
Yes.
Thank you. I feel like
We would have had you out there, hear ye, till the day was done. You know what I mean?
Sun up
Yeah.
to sundown.
Yeah, do you guys like understand what I just said?
No.
Because I was unsure at points.
Yeah, it was like a call to arms. It was basically like, if you are young enough to fight this demon and you're not, then you're slothful, and like that's a sin, right? So that's the whole.
God.
I mean, that's what I got from it. That's what I gathered from the
Wait.
text.
Thank you. I'm gonna cry. Like, oh, thank you. Okay, so yeah, basically he's saying like, Gracchus was unable to go out and fight the dragon, and he said, I love this land so much. I love this land more than my children, literally. And he was like, how can we call ourselves glorious? How can we say we're brave? How can we win ourselves the title of being a hero if we're unwilling to put ourselves in harm's way? Like, this this is an opportunity for us to like seize the day, you know, to kill this dragon.
Yeah. It was a very like what's that? Like, you know, the final battle speech in Lord of the Rings, or what's the
or
one
like
where
Keira
it's like,
Knightley in Pirates of the Caribbean, where
Yeah.
she's like arming everybody up.
Or the "This is our Independence Day" speech before
That's-
the alien
yes,
armada
that's
comes.
what I was-
Yeah.
yes.
right. Or like This is Sparta. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
300,
all right,
yeah.
all right. I like it.
So, apparently, you know, there is proof that there was this dragon. They have the bones of the dragon hanging on a chain in front of the Wawel Cathedral, and the legends say that the world will end when the beast's bones fall to the ground. I'm going to send you guys a picture of this, because, I mean, it seems pretty real to me.
I was just gonna say, can you imagine the curses you could make with a couple dragon bones?
Yeah.
Even just like a pinky finger. I think I could curse anybody I needed to.
Yeah.
You guys see it?
Whoa. Wow. Yeah. So for those of you who aren't looking at the pictures, which by the way, if you guys are listening to the audio only version of this podcast, but still want to see the photos associated with it, head over to our Instagram at Let's Get Haunted and flip through the photo dump that corresponds to this week's episode. Otherwise, you can watch the video version on YouTube and Spotify, or we're going to describe this to you now. This is very impressive. This is like a very, very long bone, and it's affixed to the exterior of the castle. I mean, and when I say affixed, I mean intentionally screwed into the wall, it looks like.
I just feel like great. Now I have to have like one other indicator of the end of the world.
I was gonna say it's still up, right? Like the bone is still there.
You know what I mean? Like I'm tracking everything I can over here.
Yeah.
You never know
So,
what's gonna happen. Now I got a bone to look after.
A bone to pick?
Got a bone to pick.
So, like, I guess some people say that these bones have spiritual powers because the dragon had some sort of magic in him, right? Like, the spirit of the dragon was very strong, and he's straight up a fucking dragon. So, he had spiritual properties. And so, some people think that, like, the bones have a residue of that, whatever, magic property. And people think that they, you know, there's like some sort of occult principle behind them, I guess. And because the dragon is so iconic, they actually have this statue outside the mouth of the cave. And it's a dragon that breathes fire.
I love
So I'll show
I
you guys
love
a better
that.
picture.
That's really cool.
Oh, I want to visit this place.
I know, so bad. When are we going,
I
gals?
know. Let's do it. Let's do a trip to Poland. Let's go here. Let's do a meetup. Do we have Polish listeners? Sound off in the comments, guys, if you exist, and tell us.
I was like, we've charted in Poland before. I say let's just give it give it a crack.
Give it a crack.
give it a crack.
Give it a
Wow. Yes.
I'm super down because the story continues. It gets even more magical. Some endings of this dragon legend say that there was a residue of like sorrow or malevolence that was left behind by the dragon because he went into death unwillingly and he was super upset about getting exploded. Was not happy about his ending in the story. And so in some of these occult tellings, the dragon's spirit never left the cave, and the essence of the dragon is said to linger in the shadows of the cave as a restless guardian of subterranean power. And
Ghost
also
dragon?
the Castle Hill ghost dragon. But it's like a ghost dragon, but it could also come back, you know? I don't know, were dragons, like, even back in the day, were they thought to be, like kind of magical? Like, is it like a unicorn
Mystical.
today? Or is it like a horse? You know, like, were there just dragons like the buffalo, you know, and we killed them all, or the bison, whatever the fuck. You guys know what I'm talking about. Like, did we slay all of them and they're gone now? Or was it, like, a magical thing?
I think dragons
I think
have always
it's
been
it's
magic.
magical.
Yeah, because if you think about,
Yeah.
I mean, and I could also just be talking out of my ass right now, but I feel like even long time ago, there were potions books that were calling for, the hair of a unicorn, the blood of a dragon, the fang of a werewolf, the heart of a guy. I don't know. Like, and so all of those things are pretty magical.
The most terrifying.
A guy.
But they also say, like, you know, black pepper and rosemary and thyme.
Well, those may have been magical if they were difficult to get at the time.
Aha. There. And therein lies the secret. Yeah. The more difficult it is to get something, I feel like the more powerful it would be.
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay, so the Castle Hill itself is said to be harboring some sort of like chakra. Like it has an energy center that is beneath the ground, and it's near the northwest corner by the chapel. And that is the focal point where the earthly and spiritual forces converge, according to Wikipedia. So,
all hail.
I mean, Wikipedia has never led me astray, honestly.
I love Wikipedia. I donate to Wikipedia.
Yeah, we're stans. So
I'm in like
Thank you for doing that
whenever
for
they
all of
send
us.
those messages. Yeah, whenever they send those messages, they're always like, "You're in the 0.2% of people who have actually donated." And let me tell you, I will ride that wagon till the wheels fall
Yeah,
off.
that's good karma. That's like a lifetime of
That
good
is so
karma. We all use Wikipedia. We take it for granted. It needs our support.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
won't be doing it,
Listen,
but I'm glad
not
you
saying. I'm not saying I'm better than anybody else. I'm just saying I do donate to Wikipedia.
are. I mean, you're better than 99.8% of people because you're in the 0.2.
Right.
We do like Wikipedia. We battled for years to have them finally publish a page about our podcast. And it was there for like a year before they put a disclaimer under it that was like, this appears to be posted by a fan, which it was for sure. But it's still there, but it does have a disclaimer on it that says...
That is so iconic.
Yeah.
It almost makes it better.
I think so, too.
I mean, we donate. We should get on there.
I know. Where's
Come
my
on.
page?
It took us
Donator.
years.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's like a whole gaggle of people that all they do in their spare time is edit Wikipedia pages and approve pages that are new and disapprove pages that are being applied to be new on the website. And one of them had a Twitter, and during the time we were trying to get on Wikipedia, Twitter was still relevant. It was still Twitter. And so we were tweeting like, hey, anybody who knows how to get our page approved on Wikipedia, please approve it. And one of these mods responded and was like, who the fuck are you? I'm a moderator on Wikipedia. I've never heard of your show. It's not relevant enough to be admitted. And then eventually we had some listeners.
Boom.
I know,
roasted.
right? I couldn't even say anything. I don't even think I responded. I was just like, well played, you know? And then we finally had some fans that were like, oh, actually, my sister is a Wikipedia moderator. Let me see. And then it got pushed through.
Do you guys want to know something
Yes.
about me? I
Yes.
am a Wikipedia moderator.
What? Then why aren't you?
You're the- and
then
you
why
don't give
you
yourself
have a
your own?
page?
Because I'm not high up enough yet.
Wait, what the fuck?
Okay,
I'm just one
I'm
of those
sorry,
people
but
that
You
they
didn't
like.
even know this yet?
You donate to Wikipedia and you're a mod for Wikipedia and you don't have your own Wikipedia page. This is a little pathetic. I'm sorry. We need an intervention.
Honestly, guys, it's just because whenever I've got some spare time, I like fun facts. And so you can get on there, and the level that I'm on, they'll just be like, does this information seem correct? And I could be like, yeah, that seems like
But
pretty
you're
right.
a liar.
Yeah, I know I'm a liar, Amanda. But I would never lie to Wikipedia. She's crying.
Because I didn't know that. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
anybody can do it. Then you just have to like basically like score enough karma points to like
God.
get for them to put you in charge of things.
Oh,
I don't do
man.
it enough to do that.
That's a dangerous,
No,
dangerous
because when
game.
we
How
were
did you
trying,
get
this
into
is actually
thing?
impressive because when we were trying to get our page approved on Wikipedia, I tried to make an account to become a moderator and they denied me. They were like, no.
Really?
They could smell
Why?
it.
They just knew.
They knew
Did
we
you
were
have to
going to
do?
use it.
Did you do the test? They were like, they're like, we see right through this. Let's get haunted. We know what your
This would
intentions
have
are
been in
with
like
our daughter.
2019, I want to say, maybe 2020. So I don't know.
There's like it's not like a quiz, but like they like show you stuff and like you have to be like, yeah, that seems legit. No, that doesn't seem legit, or like this needs a source or whatever. And then like they decide if you know what you're talking about enough.
Oh, so maybe I
That's
just
crazy.
like speed ran through it and they were like, no, absolutely not. You sound
They were
like a
like,
fucking
we-
idiot.
I feel like they just try to sense like, do you want power and control, or are you just here because you really care about information?
That's true.
And if you
No,
are the latter, you get in.
you got to get on the Wikipedia moderator Reddit. That's where you got to get. That's where the good drama goes down.
Wow. Okay. I'm all about it. I love Reddit. Also, I don't know if this is still the case, and maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the Wikipedia page that had the most translations for a really long time was Corbin Blue's Wikipedia page. And then everyone was trying to figure out why, and it was this whole conspiracy on the internet of people trying to figure out why Corbin Blue. And then they figured out it was because one of the Wikipedia moderators that spoke like a jillion languages was a huge fan of Corbin Blue, and so was just translating everything and approving it.
I love that. They were like, I speak 15 languages and I'm going to use it for good for Corbin Blue.
Exactly.
Good for him.
That's
honestly.
iconic.
It is.
Honestly.
Can't even be mad. Good for him.
No, you really can't.
Okay, guys, let's focus. We're going to pull focus.
Sorry, back on track.
Okay. So when this dragon died, I guess he like had some dying convulsions, like the explosion, and it sent cracks into the earth that allowed spiritual quote unquote leaks where dead kings and souls could slip through the boundary between life and the afterlife. Essentially, his death, the dragon's magical death, caused a rip in the space-time continuum and or veil, depending on what you believe.
I love that. Also, what happened to all the dragon meat when he exploded? Did people pick it up? Did they use it for spells?
That was my first thought.
Yeah.
Was somebody, there had to have been like a super industrious Middle Ages man who was like, hey, I'm a butcher already. I'm going to take this dragon meat and I'm going to turn it into sausage, or I'm going to turn it into a burger, a dragon burger, and charge a premium for it. And I would have purchased it because I would like to know what that tastes like.
I would have tried it, but I also would have made so many curses. No, that's good curse fodder.
Yeah.
You know?
Now, I'm going to tell you guys about something that you're going to love, okay? Basically, there's a big hill. They call it a mound, okay? And it's thought to be the final resting place of King Krak. People loved King Krak, okay? They really worshipped this dude. So I guess like when he died, every villager, according to the lore, filled their sleeves up with dirt and then carried it over to his body and emptied their sleeves out on top of his body. So it made this big mound over his body. And then today there's a mound and it's called the Krakus Mound. And every year there's a festival that runs to commemorate King Krak's honor. And it's like kind of like a Ren Fair type vibe. And I'm going to show you guys what this mound looks like. And you guys let me know if we're calling bullshit on this. Okay. Do you think that this looks legit or not?
It looks like a boob in the topography.
Sorry, it's still loading for us, so I'm like, I can't wait to see this now.
I know. I was like, a boob. I need to know.
It looks like a boob to me. To me, that looks like a boob. The top looks like a nipple.
Oh, it's definitely boob shaped.
Very
perky. Yeah, it's perky.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it. Why not? I think it very well could have been formed by people putting dirt in their sleeves until it formed a giant hill. That would take a lot of people and a lot of time to create that.
And a lot of sleeves.
Yeah, a lot of sleeves. How many sleeves did they go through per capita?
That's how much they loved him.
I know.
Yeah.
Wow.
Think about that.
Is that where, like,
Think about
when
that.
you like something so much, you call it crack? Is that why it's not actually, it has nothing to do with the drug? It has to do with King Krak?
That would be so much better.
be
Like,
so
I would
much
fill my
better.
sleeves for you.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
that's
What
so
Get on
romantic.
Wikipedia. Change it. Change it on Wikipedia.
She's like, get your motto.
Let's go.
Guys,
Come on.
I'm not high enough up, okay? All I do is
Work
sometimes
on it.
fact check some stuff.
Work on it. Get to
I feel
the
like-
highest.
You are way too, like, taking Wikipedia seriously. But I'm glad that it's people like you who run it, because that's why it's so
Good.
legit.
I love Wikipedia.
You know?
When it was first launched, I remember teachers saying you cannot use Wikipedia as a source. And now
Yeah, I remember too.
I don't think that's
and now
the
they shut the
case.
fuck up about
Yeah,
that.
now they
Yeah.
don't even
All
mention
of them.
it. Curious. Very curious.
Yeah, I had a
Oh, no. We've got the most important autistic brains working on Wikipedia at any given moment. Speaking
Wikipedia-
as one, okay?
Powered by autism.
Yeah.
Wikipedia.org.
Literally, yeah.
I'm sorry. I did not mean to bring this back to Wikipedia. I apologize.
Wikipedia, it's the blood in our veins at this point. Okay, guys, guess what? I have another amazing story to tell you, and you guys are really gonna like this one. And I feel like
Yes.
it's gonna It's going to eliminate the Wikipedia talk.
Okay.
I don't know.
You haven't disappointed me yet.
Okay, guys, this is called the Ghostly King's Council. Now, remember how I told you when the dragon died that it opened up essentially a portal underneath the castle? Yes. So now listen to this. One of the most chilling legends of Wawel is that on Christmas Eve every year, the buried monarchs of Poland convene in the dragon's lair. As the hour approaches midnight, their ghostly figures emerge from the tombs, gathering in council to debate the state of the land. They speak in hushed, raspy tones, voices echoing like dry leaves. Some say they plead, argue, and exchange spectral edicts for the living to carry out. Others say they are cursed to lament old mistakes. Among them are the great kings of the past. One story claims that 2 enchanted knights ride from the cave to awaken King Bolesław Chobry, the first crowned king of Poland, in a hidden chamber beneath the castle. He then presides over the Knights' Spectral Council. King Casimir III, the Great, the king who ordered the castle to be built, is said to observe these meetings with the same sharp eye he held in life. King Sigismund III Vasa, who reigned during the height of the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, has been said to stand among the kings as well. And yet, not all kings are welcomed back to this spectral display. Legends say there are kings who are banished from the afterlife assembly, as their treachery in life was so deep they are condemned to wander the land, just outside of the cave, for eternity. These hopeless, forgotten souls wander the castle grounds as they are unable to find peace after death. Some say you can hear their spirits wailing on the icy winds that wrap around Wawel's walls and ancient corridors.
Why am I saying what way?
Each Christmas Eve, these cursed monarchs can be seen lurking with sorrow and regret, left out of the ghostly gathering of their brethren. The cursed spirit of the dragon is said to rumble through the cave on Christmas Eve in a low growl that echoes beneath the stone while the ghostly kings counsel above. Aly, would you like to tell the story?
I would. What story? Are you going to give it to me?
I don't know. I heard you laughing.
Oh, I was laughing.
So I feel like you have.
Oh, did it
'cause it's
echo
good.
late? You said that like 12 minutes after I laughed. No, I was laughing because it was like, wall, what? And then it was rumble. Like.
Okay.
You're very captivating, for the record. So.
Yeah, I'm
good?
fucking locked in
it's
right
really
now. Yeah.
Okay, I'll keep going. I just, I'm a theater kid, and when you lose the audience for a second, it's like, it's so painful. And so I just have a fear, and I never want to talk for too long.
No. I was in.
Yeah, I have not been lost for a second. Don't worry.
Okay, we're going back. Afterwards, the kings vanish into the darkness, returning to their tombs till the next holy night. Locals say they've heard faint lights flickering near cave entrances on Christmas Eve and muffled voices drifting on the wind. Others report a sudden, oppressive cold as they pass the castle walls after midnight. The tales persist despite the changing of the Polish political landscape, a dark mirror to their power in life, now undone by death, yet still tied to Krakow's fate.
Wow.
Thoughts?
Amazing.
On the spectral meeting of the kings.
I love a good
I feel like that's the way-
Christmas-themed haunting.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like that's the way that my hometown talks about me for Christmas. They're like, she comes home one time a year, she gets drunk, and she talks about all of her regrets, and then we don't see her again. She crawls into whatever cave she's all about, and we see her next year.
Oh my god. That is, yeah,
Iconic.
that is exactly what Christmas is for a lot of people, I feel. Yes. Yeah, I don't know, something about that to me is so like pretty. I don't know. I just am like seeing Lord of the Rings. Like I'm seeing like very
Yes.
tall, like Sauron type people, you know, and they're all like have long, skinny, spindly fingers, like wraith.
You know when in the Return of the King, when he like goes into the Mountain of the Dead and there's all the dead army that's in there, right? Like
Yes.
that's what I'm picturing. Like they can't be released because they're like under this curse, and then it's like that's like what I'm seeing in my head.
Yeah.
Aragorn's there, but in my version he's shirtless. You know what I mean? Like, but basically
He's
the same.
so hot. He's so upsettingly hot.
Deadly.
Okay, the actor that plays him was in this like horse movie. Have you guys seen that horse movie?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
have not.
What is
Is
it
he
called? Like
sexy?
Vendango or something? Hildalgo?
Hildalgo. Let's see.
Is he hot?
Viggo
in it?
Mortensen.
I'm sure.
I weirdly like don't really find him attractive in anything except for Lord of the Rings. I don't know if Lord of the Rings just like really did it for me. Hildalgo. Yeah. 2004.
Hildalgo.
That was his next movie right after Lord of the Rings. He was like, I gotta
was
get
so
more horses.
Yeah, you know, I'm a
I gotta
horse
get more
girl,
horse time.
and it was so good, and it was just like, yeah, it did a lot for me to see him riding the horse. Yeah. Anyways, we're getting too horny now. Sorry, guys. Let's reel it back in. Now,
Is there
I
such a
have
thing?
one last thing to talk about. So everyone's like, this place is haunted. It's haunted. It's haunted, right? Guess what? In 1970, there were 12 researchers. They went in and they opened up the tomb of Casimir IV, who was buried in Wawel. Well, of those 12 people, within a few years, 4 people died under mysterious circumstances.
Whoa.
And some people think that there was a curse released because they disturbed the ancient king. But other people think maybe it was like a bacterial contamination that was unleashed when the tomb was disturbed, like biological. And I think that's pretty crazy because people don't just die unless they're haunted, right?
Exactly.
We're saying that all of the time.
Yeah. Especially to die under quote unquote mysterious circumstances. It's one thing if you die under normal circumstances, then that's not very haunted. But yeah, if you die prematurely or you die because you were walking and a giant boulder landed on a trebuchet that then launched 1,000 knives and one of them hit you in the head and now you're dead, that is extremely haunted because it's like the sequence of events. And so that's what I imagine when I think of dying under mysterious circumstances. It's always something either super unlikely. Actually, yeah, it's only something super unlikely, I feel like.
Yeah, like a freak accident or they can't pinpoint what it is because, you know, sometimes they'll be like, they died, they thought maybe it was tuberculosis, but nobody could prove it. Like there's no tests that were positive or whatever. And you're like, all right.
Yeah. Also, 4 out of 12, that's a large number of people.
Yeah. That's like 1 out of 4, right?
I think it's
Right?
1 out of 3. It's 1 out of 3, right?
Yeah,
Wait,
1 out of
4, 8, 12. Yeah, it's 1 out of
3.
3.
Okay. Yeah.
The way I had to
But
do the
it's
math on
almost
my hands,
like
I was like,
1 out of
4,
3 is almost
8.
like 1 out of 4.
It's true.
Right?
It's true.
It's very close. It's basically the same thing.
Yeah, that's a lot of people to die. It also reminds me a lot of the story of the curse of the tomb of Tutankhamun, which I think you've covered before.
Yes.
And because it's that idea of, okay, this is a sacred location. Nobody should be going into it. It's sealed for a reason. It meant a lot to a lot of people during the time that it was created. And then you go into it anyway, the hubris of man. You go into it anyway, and then you come out and you die. And is it because you opened something that was sealed for so long that there was bacteria, like you said, Nat, that was airborne, I don't know, or a fungus or something? Or is it a curse? And does it even matter? Because maybe the spore is there and breathed in through your lungs because of the curse. Like the curse created the fungus, you know?
Oh.
I do have a question. Okay, how long do you think something has to be buried before you're allowed to dig it up and you can call it archaeology?
I've thought of this before.
I don't know. I think about this all the time.
Yeah.
And I also think about like who actually owns shit, right? Like, okay, you died like 4,000 years ago and they put you in something that, you know, at the time was part of your kingdom or whatever. Well, now it's a fucking Holiday Inn. Like,
Yeah.
and who like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know that there's people are gonna be like, well, actually, there's like an assembly, and when you find something, you have to put it through the bureaucracy. And I don't care, guys. I really don't care. I get so annoyed when people like actually try to teach me facts about things.
No, I know what you're saying, though. It's like, okay, my family bought me a plot at the cemetery. I die, they bury me there. In 300 years, the cemetery no longer exists. It's now a park. Are they allowed to dig me up because I purchased this plot 300 years ago? You know, like, it's not
right.
mine.
Like, money's not real.
Yeah, it's not real. Yeah, totally. It is a scam. Cemeteries are a scam because in how many years is it not going to be your grave anymore?
I was just going to say, because if you go and you dig someone up after 15 days, they are not happy.
No.
But like 1,500 years,
15
it's
days.
science.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like who's alive to care? Nobody.
It's
I guess that's true,
Yeah, maybe that's
right?
what makes it archaeology. Is there someone still alive that cares? No? Then it's free real estate.
It's free real estate.
Oh, wow. So you have to hold like a vote or something. Like, does anyone care about this?
Yeah.
Well, actually, there's a council that they have to assemble, and
Actually, that was my great great grandfather, and I care.
actually, people do that. Though.
I know, that's annoying. Like, shut the fuck up. You didn't know that.
I guess this is though, like, that is how like laws are passed, right? Like, they're just like, does anyone give a shit that we're doing this? Like, complain.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Who's going to
Otherwise, we're
complain
doing
enough? Yeah. We need a
Yeah.
squeaky wheel.
Squeaky wheel. Okay, speaking of squeaky wheel, all right, there is a legend. I have two more little legends, and then we're done with the episode. So lock in, guys. There's a legend about the pigeons in Krakow. Apparently, there was a prince that once got to the throne of Krakow, and he wanted to unite all of Poland because at this time it was like a bunch of different lands. He wanted to be crowned king of all of them. He had a big army, but he didn't have any money. And you need money to take care of the army. And so he went to a witch and said, I need money to get my army to go and like unite all of Poland. And she says, okay, I have an idea. And for some reason, she turned his army into pigeons. And then they pecked everything. And anything that they peck would turn into gold. And so it was like a double-edged sword because now he had a ton of gold, but he had no army. He just had a bunch of pigeons. And the legend is that that's why there are so many pigeons in Krakow, because it's like the trapped souls of the army.
Whoa. Oh my God. First of all, I
careful what
love
you wish
pigeons.
for.
Yeah. I love pigeons so much. I'm on pigeon TikTok. Not sure if you guys are on there. Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
deeply.
Thank God. Okay.
The lady with the rainbow
Yes.
hair, she's my
oh
favorite.
my God.
What is pigeon TikTok?
Oh my God,
Like,
I don't
what
have
could
enough
possibly be
time.
on
I
there?
don't have enough time because we've got to wrap this episode in like 15 minutes. Just long story short, pigeons are amazing. We abandoned them.
They are, yes.
Everyone needs to
Yes.
house a pigeon. One of these days I'm going to get a pet pigeon.
I got yelled at by a listener for saying something negative about a pigeon.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm not allowed to do that anymore.
And I agreed because I'm a pigeon. I love pigeons. They're so sweet.
Oh, they're so pretty.
I once saved a pigeon. I was coming out of my high school and there was like a bird standing in the middle of the intersection and all these cars were like rolling over it and it was getting like so disoriented and stuff. And so I like got a shoebox and I put the pigeon in the shoebox and then I took it back to my neighborhood. This was in Oklahoma, so I kind of like lived out in the country. And I didn't really know what to do with it because I tried to take it to a vet. No vet would take it. They were like, this is a pigeon. And so I just kind of like put it outside and was like, you know, I guess this is better than like in the middle of the street. And then I came back on my dirt bike like the next day and the box was just full of feathers, so there was no pigeon in it.
Oh, someone ate it. I'm assuming.
Someone
Poor
ate
guy.
it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Aren't they like really
Anyways.
smart though?
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
smart.
they're really smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe like having a pigeon army wouldn't be so bad.
Also, it makes
Especially
sense.
if everything they pecked turned to gold.
If every pigeon,
Yeah.
if every pigeon just has the soul of a human inside of it, that would actually make sense because they are smart and they can perform tasks and they remember where their house is. And yeah, you could do a lot.
Okay, I know you guys like pigeons, but I feel like we're giving a little bit too much credit to the pigeons. Like
First, it's Wikipedia's
super
getting too much
smart.
credit. Now the pigeons are getting too much credit.
they know
That is
where
like,
their
I
house
actually
is.
fucking hate
like
you.
that's it. So, like, it's better than a dog? Like,
Pigeons, oh my God, they can wear diapers. They can like dance.
They do wear diapers.
They're so cute. They feel love. They like cuddle. Oh my God, they're the best out of all the birds for sure.
They like to be pet like dogs do, actually, for real. Like dogs and cats.
Yeah, so yeah,
okay.
they're great.
Nat's never going to talk to us again.
No, I know.
No, you guys are like really actually on our level, I feel like. I feel like you guys are like an alternate version of Nat and Aly, you know? It's very
yeah. Well,
interesting.
we're very strange individuals.
That's all it takes to be us.
Yeah.
We just see two people, we're like, strange women. Perfect.
Okay, I don't want to be on the record as saying I don't like pigeons. I like all animals. I think pigeons are cute. I just don't know that I would say like smart as like one of their smart compared to other things, like compared to a leaf probably. But like compared to a person,
Listen, I'm gonna abuse my Wikipedia and I'm gonna link you as a known pigeon hater. That's what'll finally get me kicked off of Wikipedia.
They'll be like, who the fuck is this? We've been trying to get this podcast page shut down for 5 years, and now somebody linked to it, which accidentally made it more relevant.
More legit.
all right, guys. Second to last thing we're going to talk about. Apparently they were excavating a part of Krakow's old town and they found a graveyard that was full of bodies in the fetal position, face down, with their heads cut off and placed between their legs. And people think that perhaps it was a vampire grave site because that's what they used to do when they thought someone was a vampire. Now, most haunted of all, though, is that some people who I guess like excavated and researched this site said that the humans that were buried there had some sort of disorder that made them susceptible to light and required them to add extra iron to their diet in the form of rare or like bloody steak and meat. And so maybe some people had like a rare blood disorder, like anemia or something like that. And so the society thought that they were vampires. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
or maybe they were vampires and they weren't getting enough blood. And so when we look back at their fucking bones, we're like, they were anemic.
Yeah. Also, I feel like this episode, because it's a collab, we're going to attract a new audience that don't know us yet. So I'm going to go ahead and let everyone that doesn't know I have an autoimmune disease. I feel qualified to speak on this. It's not offensive to say that somebody with a health condition could have been a vampire. I wish I was a vampire. God, I wish I was anything other than just a person that gets sick often. Yeah, it would be great.
Would you eat a person if it would cure you? Like drink their blood? And no, they didn't want you to.
Wait, like murder? Would I
have to
murder
murder
someone?
them.
No, I wouldn't murder someone to be healthy. But that is like, man, we could really play that game for a long time. There's a lot of stuff a lot of people, including me, would do to be healthy. But I would not murder because that just like, yes, you're corporeal.
What about take the life force?
No, because your body would be well, but your soul would be forever contaminated with the life you took. So no, I wouldn't do it.
Oh.
Good question, though.
Interesting. Wow, she's such a multifaceted individual. I never know where she's going to go next. Okay. Last thing we're going to talk about, and I feel like the Wikipedia talk might come back up because
sorry guys.
Yeah.
I never should have shared that secret.
It made me
It
like
is so
you.
valuable.
It made me just immediately like you without having met you in person. So I think it was good.
Right. Like you're very altruistic or something. Like why would you do that? You know? If not
That's
for
what I
personal
wanna
gain.
know.
I'm a bad person. I'm just autistic. That's literally all it is. And I love facts.
I was getting like a massage recently from someone, and the guy was like autistic, and he was telling me about all these different dog breeds, and he was talking about how he has autism and it's like his special power. And it was so relaxing to me because I was just getting so deep, and I was like, yeah, what's the difference between the giant schnauzer and the miniature schnauzer and the toy schnauzer? And he was like, actually, you know, they're all from different blood. Like it's not just a dog that has been shrunk. Like it's not like the big one is related to the tiny one. Like they're 3 different dogs. and they all have different skill sets, and they're all working dogs, but they all just like look similar to each other, and so they call them like the mini schnauzer, the giant schnauzer. I don't know. Could have been full of shit.
Wow.
He could have been a stupid autistic person, but he was
No,
telling me
sometimes
a lot about the dogs.
sometimes we're also stupid. It's unfortunate. It's an unfortunate fact of life.
Wait, you mean
Just like
you
you
mean
guys-
autistic
just like-
people
just-
are people too? Oh my god.
I was gonna say, just like how you can have an autoimmune disease and also be a vampire, you can be autistic and also be stupid
Yeah,
sometimes.
it's so true. It does suck to
Yeah.
be the autoimmune person that is not a supernatural being, because I know there are some out there, and I'm not psychic. I'm not anything cool at all.
Listen, we
Do
can
you
work
feel
on
like
that.
it gives you
I was gonna
more
say.
powers?
What?
What?
Do you feel like it gives you more powers to be like have autoimmune? Like,
To
okay,
have something
so-
going on.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
so I will give you the answer, because in the autoimmune community, there is like a subset of people, and I mean, there's tons of autoimmune diseases, so it's not like anyone's ever a monolith, but there is a subset of the community that thinks that they have an autoimmune disease because they were abducted by aliens and aliens mess with their DNA. Because if
I
you
love it.
Why
have
would the aliens do that?
because if you have I mean, great question. I don't know. But yeah, if you have lupus, which is one of the autoimmune diseases I have, you can be positive for this thing called double-stranded DNA, which I am. And so some people that have double-stranded DNA think it's because the aliens abducted them and like messed with it.
I love that. I love that for you.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what happened, actually.
Well, let's do some memory regression and then just implant a memory in me where I now think that that's what happened to me and not. Yeah,
Let's do it.
That way, oh god, that must be so cool to be somebody that like can remember being abducted and like wholeheartedly believes it. I just think that's so
It's
rad.
like my dream in life.
Oh yeah, Amanda
my
wants to be
God.
abducted super
Me
bad.
too.
So bad.
Oh my god.
by aliens, right? Not just like
Yes.
abducted.
Yeah, not
I
just
feel
like
like
in
you
a
have
van.
to be really careful
Yes,
what you manifest.
please.
You guys have to choose your words so carefully. Like when
Next
you're
thing you
speaking out
know,
loud
you're
like
getting
that,
carried
okay?
away by pigeons.
No, please.
You didn't ask right. You weren't specific enough to the genie or whatever.
yeah.
Okay, guys, we're gonna put all of our minds together here. Our autism, our autoimmune disorders, our ADHD, all of it. Let's put it together here because I found out some information that I did not research. I just wrote it down. Did you guys know that there's a fossil called SMOC WAWELSKI, which is the same name as the dragon? And it's this extinct genus of archosaur, which means that it was a relative of both dinosaurs and crocodiles. Its exact placement on the evolutionary tree is debated because it shares features of both groups. So people don't quite know where to put this thing. It's 5 to 6 meters long. It was the largest predator in its ecosystem, and it had a diverse diet that included bone crushing. It was named after the legendary dragon in Poland because its remains were discovered in southern Poland in 2007.
Whoa.
Sorry, dragons confirmed.
I was gonna say, I think that's pretty clear here.
Yeah, dragons confirmed. I'm giving it my stamp of approval. If it's going to be on
Case
Wikipedia by
closed.
tonight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Dragons.
You guys.
I'm sorry. Did we never like? Dragons are not supposed to be real. Like
No, they're-
actually,
No,
like,
they're not.
like no dragons are real.
No.
I
Like,
don't-
are we
like,
sure?
That's what
I don't get it.
Was there like a dinosaur that could breathe fire? Like a little bit?
Who is to say that the
I'm not
flying-
kidding. Was there?
Okay,
Don't think so.
but who is to say that the flying dragons or the flying dinosaurs, the ones that fly, what are they called? Like the what are those ones called?
Tyrannosaur,
No, Petrie.
Triceratops.
No,
No.
the ones that fly. It starts with a PT.
Pterodactyls.
Thank you.
Pterodactyl.
There you go. Those
Yeah.
ones. How do we know that that's not a dragon? How do we know?
Weren't they really
Listen.
small?
How do we know dragons? Have you
But
ever
it could
seen How
be
to Train
small.
Your Dragon?
Yeah, they're
Oh,
small. Yeah.
Toothless. Toothless was so
Yeah, there's all
cute.
different sized dragons.
Yeah.
I'm there with you. Why would everyone say dragons were real if they weren't kind of real?
Yeah. Once again, I told you it'd only take about 20 minutes to convince me.
I'm convinced.
I'm going to get Steven on the horn. Our friend Steven is like the biggest
Oh, he's a
dinosaur freak.
Yeah.
He's probably listening to this right now screaming.
Yeah.
Just so mad.
I just don't understand why there can't be both. Like, why can't dragons and dinosaurs be
¿Por qué no los dos?
Yeah.
exactly? That's what
Or
I'm saying.
what if a dragon was the ghost of a pterodactyl that was cursed, and so it breathed fire.
I say, why not?
Why not?
Don't mock us, Aly. You're mocking us.
No, I was being very sincere, but then halfway through, I was just imagining hearing
She's
someone
like,
else
what
say it.
if what? She's like, what if a dragon is a dinosaur who's abducted by aliens and their DNA was messed
Thank
with?
you.
And
Oh.
bada bing, bada boom, they're breathing fire.
Yep.
Yeah, you can't argue with that.
I'm just
I feel
saying.
like they're gonna discover sooner or than later that like dinosaurs could breathe fire or something. We learn new shit about them all the time. Look, dinosaurs, I feel like it could be a conspiracy, not in like the what's that religion who like thinks the world is like really doesn't have dinosaurs. Not in like
Mormon.
that way. Yeah, not like that. But I do think it's weird that like right when you're born, they're like, "Oh yeah, dinosaurs. Let's put them on your clothes. Let's teach you all about them, dinosaurs." You know, I'm like, that's weird. Like I think about that.
The
Pro
indoctrination.
dino
Strange.
conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
It is. It's like they're obsessed with us learning about the dinosaurs. It's like, I don't know. Anyways, guys, that's my episode.
Wow.
Woo! We loved it.
Thank you.
I loved it.
Thank you.
I thought
Take
that
a
was
bow.
great. I also do want to say, if there are any Polish listeners who live in Poland or have family in Poland and have visited this site, please tell us about it. And should we do a meetup there, some type of activity there? I've always wanted to go to Poland. I think it's such a cool culture. I love your food. And I want to
too.
go. And now to learn that you also had dragons. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Dragons and pierogies, sign me
my
up.
gosh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right? Pierogies, that's Polish.
Yeah,
right?
pierogies.
Like
Kielbasa, I'm
Borscht.
pretty sure as well.
There was a borscht, yeah, sausage, Polish sausage. That's, yeah, I don't know what else they have there.
Bandanas.
I want to go.
Poles? Or is that what you call a person who's Polish?
My roommate in college was Polish, and we would go to get our nails done, and there was at the nail salon nearest our college, there was a sign that said Polish bar, but she would always be like, "Oh, Polish bar," because it's spelled the same.
Oh, that's
Like,
cute.
yeah. So similar vibes with
That's
with
cute.
what you're saying, Nat, about like a Pole is like
Yeah.
the name for a Polish person. I think could be wrong.
But could it also be that there's a lot of poles there? Like, just out of the ground. Poles.
Yeah.
You know?
to make sure the caves don't cave in.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
Okay, guys. Would you like to do our sign off? You go, BRB, gotta go, and then you do a call back to the episode. So you could just be like, BRB, gotta go slay a dragon, and then we all say bye, like Valley Girls.
Yeah, let's do
Yeah.
it. All right.
Wait, are we all saying different things?
Each of you say one. Yeah,
us.
each of you say one.
Or you
God,
could
okay.
you could do one of these. You could be like whisper behind your hands to come up with one to say together, and then surprise us as saying it together.
Oh, that would be the first time
okay.
anyone's ever done that, which would be very exciting.
Oh God, I'm scared.
They look so mischievous right now.
We're up to no good
They're
over here.
consorting.
We're like those
Consorting and
those
conspiring.
yeah, I was like we're like those kings down in the cave.
Yes.
Good callback. See, perfect example of a callback.
That's perfect.
You fucking already did it.
know. Fuck shit. I know you don't have anything.
No, that's what I'm looking at you like, give me something good.
BRB, gotta go edit a Wikipedia page.
That's what I was just about to go say. Damn it.
Do it.
Okay, wait.
Do it.
Yeah, just say that. BRB, gotta go.
Spread
misinformation
misinformation
on the internet. You fucked it up.
I fucked it up. I couldn't say misinformation.
Bye.
Hey everybody, it's Nat. Welcome to the closing credits for episode 242, Krakow Castle. I hope you guys liked this one as much as I did. I'm kind of obsessed with dragons now, and I'm feeling super inspired. Big wink there, guys. I'm feeling super inspired. See if you can put it together. This month, we would love to give a warm, heartfelt thank you to our Patreon donors who donated to us in the month of September 2025, letters N through Z. Thank you guys so much. If you would like to become a donor and hear your own name shouted out on a future episode of LGH, head over to patreon.com/c/letsgethaunted, where you're not only going to get a shout out, but you're also going to get access to so much more. Us talking shit, minisodes, extras, vlogs, things you never even asked for, but guess what? You got 'em, bitch. Just kidding, you're not a bitch. Unless you want to be one, you'll be mine. Ooh, settle down. These dragons have me acting crazy. This week, we would love to thank Naomi RH, Nat's Nut Button, Natalie C, Natalie G, Natasha M, Nicholas M, Nick U, Nikki S, Nicole A, Nicole L, Nicole S, Nikki B, Nilza, Not a Cat, Olivia K, Olivia S, Oscar M, Owl Bear of Oracle, Padaka and Sani, Parker LC, Pascal, Patricia Militia, Paula M, Pedrito L Maldito, Camry G or Peter Barker, Philip K, Phoebe O, Phoenix C, PL, Kwang L M, Rachel M, Rachel T, Ray M, Rain, Rayleigh R, Rebecca B, Rebecca H, Red Moon, Red Sands, Ray S, Ria Bobia, Richard O, Rita S, River, Rob D, Robert K, Robert W, ESQ, Robin N, Broder, Rory L, Rose M, Roxanne S, Roxy, Ruben P, Ruby V, Sam P, Samantha D, Samantha H, Samantha P, Sarah W, Sarah D, Sarah J, Sarah L, Sarah R, Sarah Z, Savannah C, Sav H, Sazzle, Scamantha, Scott G, Selena F, Set D, Shane, Shania Z, Sean H, Shay L, she's not here, formerly Al H, Shelby E, Sid from the Bronx, Simon B, Slamper Sand, Sleepy Dryad, Sleepy Siren, Slug Bunny, Smoke and Void, Soggy Q-Tips, Sophie, Spencer, Steph M, Story, Sue T, Sugar Bread, Summer J, Summer L, T H, Tabby J, Tay M, Tujakester, Tanya, Tara J, Taryn K, Taylor B, Taylor J, Taylor M, The Ratmans, Tiana R, Quaint, Tobacco J, Tracy, Tsunami, It's Sammy, Tyler B, Erd Ferguson, Valeria R, Val Pal, Vara M, Veronica W, Vicky T, Victor A, Victoria C, Victoria L, Wadget, Wayne C, William A, Wonk Bunny, Y2 in LA, Yas A, Yeti, Yvonne R, and Zeke G. Thank you guys so much for being patrons. Without you guys, we have no reason to live, and I mean that. If thou doesn't give me patrons, thou shalt strike me from this earth. And then lightning bolts come, and all that's left here is just like a charred version of myself. That's just like a long-winded way of me saying that I would die for you. I love you guys so much. And now it's time for the secret password. You guys can comment this in the Spotify comments, and you can also comment the secret password on the Instagram photo dump for this episode. With each comment that includes the secret password, you will be entered into a raffle where you can win a secret prize at the end of the year drawing. So if you comment on the Spotify comments and you also comment on the photo dump, that's 2 entries. Basically, just comment a lot, guys. We need this. The secret password for this episode is Crack the Cobbler. Crack the Cobbler. Crack the Cobbler. All right, guys, I love you so much. Bye. Happy holidays, bitch.